Ethan always talked about how one day he'd be a millionaire. He told his friends about the house he'd buy, the cars he'd drive, the freedom he'd have. But in reality, Ethan worked long hours at a small cafe and spent most of his paycheck on gadgets and weekends out. One evening, as he waited for the bus in the rain, a man in a sharp suit sat beside him. Ethan admired his watch and said, "Someday I'll have one of those." The man smiled. "What are you doing now to make that happen?" Ethan laughed nervously. "Well, I'm still figuring things out." The man just nodded, then stood as a sleek black car pulled up. Before leaving, he looked Ethan in the eye and said, "Dreams don't work until you do." The car door closed, and Ethan was left staring at his reflection in a puddle, realizing he'd been talking about a future he'd never built. That night, he deleted his shopping apps, wrote down his goals, and started saving. He began learning new skills and working after hours to invest in himself. Months later, Ethan didn't just talk about success, he was living it. Because the moment he stopped chasing the fantasy and started doing the work, everything began to change.